3.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, God.
3 times. I have no idea.
Do I have a time limit?
4 seasons out of 7? Oh, honestly, I have no idea. I'd say 5. I figured we'd be up and coming and doing very well now, seeing that we have Z Marshall winning several MAC tournaments when we had Jeremiah Wood and Romeo Travis. I don't know how many exactly 20 win seasons he had, but I'm guessing maybe 2, 3.
Welcome back into the Sports Report. And with the latter part of the pair of Saturday's games covered, that must mean we need to rewind it back to the women's games.
I think that's how it goes, and the women really have something to prove as they try to climb up the MAC East standings.
Saturday night was a perfect opportunity as Western Michigan came into the jar with just as much to prove. Could the Zips get past the Broncos on their home floor?
Zips come out sporting pink as part of the Play for K National Slate of Games, looking to pick up win number 11 on the year and improve that conference resume. Early first half, Jasmine Mushington finds Hannah Luber. Zips take an 8-0 lead out of the gates. Luber would have a monster game, a career-high 21 points and 13 of the Zips' first 15. The Broncos didn't let the game get away as they cut the lead to 2 late in the first half, but despite the Broncos' run, the Zips never trailed, taking a 36-32 halftime lead. Into the second half, the Broncos' Maria Anquinello cashes in 3 of her 20 on the night. Carly Young would answer back with 2 of her 15. The Zips' lead would stretch to 14 with 9 minutes to go as they didn't look back, taking an 81-67 win to improve their conference record to 5-6.
Now, after the game, head coach Jodi Kest evaluated her team's performance. Let's take a look.
I told them, we're up by 14, we miss a wide open layup, and you make that, you're up by 16, maybe the other team gets down, and you can turn that 16 into 20 and 25. I basically said the 2 things that concerned me, why it was such a close game, was the 2 things that we talked about prior to the game. Was number 1, their 3-point shooting. They have some kids that can shoot them and shoot them deep. Number 2 was 18 turnovers in the first half. Is just unacceptable. But again, you got to give Western Michigan some credit on that. I thought they did a really good job of their preparation for the game. It's a great W against a very, very good team, and now we can get ready on Tuesday for OU.
To keep up to date with all the Zips scores and news, make sure to follow us on Twitter and tweet us throughout the week with your thoughts and opinions.
The Broncos coming to town played as the second game in a string of 4 consecutive home games for the Lady Zips.
The upcoming week will bring Ohio and Bowling Green into James A. Rhodes Arena. For more of those games, David, take it away.
We're back on the Zips update portion as we transition to the ladies' side of things. And while the season may have not gone exactly how Jodi Kest and their team has visioned it, there's still plenty of season left to go in the MAC.
And we'll have an opportunity to make some of that noise this week with 2 MAC opponents in the East. Coming up to the U of A campus, the ladies will kick it off with Ohio on Tuesday night.
The Bobcats find themselves in a similar position as the Zips as they look to build on their conference resume and win total heading into March. It looks like these 2 teams will be jockeying for positions somewhere in the middle of the MAC East at the end of the regular season.
And the first matchup between the 2 schools was nothing short of a thriller. A foul with a second to go in overtime sent Ohio's Tanisha Benson to the free throw line and a tie ball game. Benson would hit her first, and that would be all that would matter as the Bobcats took home a 72-71 victory.
The road ahead does not get any easier after that matchup with Ohio, as the Zips will welcome in conference-leading Bowling Green into the jar.
The Falcons have already gone over the 20-win mark and look poised to make another run in the MAC tournament this season. Year after year, Bowling Green is one of the top, if not the top team in the MAC, and this year is certainly no different.
The Zips did keep it close in their first matchup, falling 62-58. Akron led 30-22 at the end of the half, but just trailed by 2 with 48 seconds left, but could not pull out the victory. It took a last-second shot by Bowling Green to get past the Zips last season when they came to the jar. So the Zips have played really tough as of late.
It's all about the momentum going into the conference tournament, and the Lady Zips have the opportunity to build a lot of it in the upcoming week.
Absolutely, and I think we should use some of our own momentum and take it over to some Zips trivia. Why don't you give a crack at it?
How many former Akron Zips were on the active rosters for last week's Super Bowl? Stay tuned for the answer and much more of the ZTV Sports Report after the break.